Welcome to Oklahoma Nako no Kemonomichi channel. I'm your host, Hosamichi. I usually run a blog on partner blog for dads and husbands. For the past 3 years, I've been introducing classic fashion style like American traditional and military fashion. On this radio show, I don't talk only about fashion. I also share information about road running and trail running, which I've been really passionate about lately. My goal is to help raise your mental gear just one step. Today's episode is another spontaneous English episode. I actually really enjoy doing the show in English, and it's great practice for my pronunciation. I'd love to do this more often, but honestly, the preparation takes a lot of time. But today, everything is finally ready. So, as always, with some help from ChatGPT, let's get started with today's English episode. Today's topic is how to buy running shoes for people with big feet. Compared to my height, my feet are quite large, so choosing shoes has always been difficult for me. The result depends on the survey, but the average foot size in Japan seems to be around 25 centimeters. In my case, my foot length is 27 centimeters, and my sneaker size is often 28.5 centimeters. That means even when I go to a shoe store, most of the time they only carry size up to 27 centimeters. Stores usually keep a lot of stock in the most common size and much fewer pairs in very large or very small size. Have you ever gone from store to store only to find that you can even try on your size? That empty and disappointing feeling. Do you know what I mean? So today, I'd like to share my own thoughts about which brands are easier to buy if you have big feet and how to get the size you want in a smart way. Alright then, let's get started! よーし、ママがいない間にパパっていう練習しよう。ほら、パーパ。パーパ。パ。パ。服の細道。服の細道だけはスラスラ言えるんだよな。
パパさんのおしゃれを守る服の細道。
First, I'd like to share my own thoughts on how to choose running shoes for people with big feet. Before we begin, there is one important point. What I'm about to talk about today is mainly for people who live in rural areas, where shoe stores do not have a lot of stock. If you live in big cities like Tokyo or Osaka, this information may not be useful at all. In that case, please feel free to choose any brand you like. Now, let's get back to the topic. My simple conclusion is this: try choosing shoes from overseas brands. Brands like Nike, New Balance, and Puma usually offer a wide range of larger size. This is probably because people overseas tend to have bigger feet on average. Personally, when it comes to running shoes, Adidas is a bit different. Models like the Japan design Adizero series are very strong, so you could almost say Adidas has become a Japanese brand as well. If your feet are fairly straight and on the narrow side, Nike will probably fit you very well. On the other hand, if you struggle with flat feet, I especially recommend New Balance. The idea that overseas brands only fit wide feet and high arches is already outdated. Of course, shoe lasts matter. But even Japanese runners with narrow feet and low arches can find many models that fit well. Japanese brands like Asics and Mizuno do offer many sizes, but most of their stock is focused on average Japanese size. For someone like me who is outside that range, it's often very hard to even try a similar size. So when you visit a shoe store, I recommend starting by looking at overseas brands first. That alone can make shoe shopping much easier.
奥浜名湖の獣道。上がるギアで上がるギア。
Next, let me share a smart way to get the running shoes in the size you really want. To be honest, it's not very difficult. Some of you may already be doing this without even thinking about it. The answer is simple. Buy sale items that are last pair in stock. However, this is something people with average shoe size often cannot do. That's because those sizes sell easily even at full price, so stores don't need to put them on sale. But once you got up to size 27 centimeters or larger, even popular models have a high chance of ending up on sale. For example, at a fairly large Xavier near my home, the Hoka Bondi 9 was being sold at 40% off. The Adizero Duramo Speed was also available for almost half the original price. If the color is unpopular and the size is too big for most people, there's a very good chance the shoes will be moved to the sale section. So first of all, I recommend taking a look at the size sale corner. Compare the section for size 25 centimeters. You notice the number of sale items is almost twice as many.
奥浜名湖の獣道。上がるギアで上がるギア。
When you have a big feet, it's often hard to try on shoes at real stores. That frustration can be very stressful. But on the other hand, once you know your true size, online shopping becomes much easier. You can choose from a large amount of stock. Even with popular models, it's very common for only the larger size to still be available. That said, when it's your first pair from a new brand, there's no way around it. You really need to try them on to know your size. In those cases, I recommend gathering information from shoe-related blogs. When I was choosing leather shoes, I collected information from many different blogs. With that level of effort, I truly believe you'll be able to find shoes that fit you perfectly. On my own blog as well, I share impressions on many different shoes, so please feel free to come and take a look. I'm sure you'll find something helpful there. That's all for today. Next time, I'll guide you once again around shortcuts, narrow paths, and even wild trails to help light your mental gear. This was Hosomichi. Bye bye!